Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to episode number 20 of Beer vs. Ivy. I'm your co-host, Cy Saw, brought to you with the best co-host in this side of the land, Mr. Jackson Gross. Jackson, it's Monday. We're back after another unfortunate week off, but how are we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Part of that reason for that week off is because I got to be at NBA All-Star Weekend. Not only do I have the credentials for proof, but I have this $20 meal voucher at Gainbridge Fieldhouse as proof. Incredible experience. I got to talk with Vince Carter one-on-one for about 5 minutes, so that was really freaking cool. Basically met and saw like every NBA superstar you can think of. I saw Kevin Durant, I saw LeBron, Steph Curry, Giannis, Dame. So truly an incredible experience. Wrote a bunch of content. I'm not going to promo it here, but just let you know it's out there. But I'm doing really good. Outside of that, we'll get into the main reason why for that in a couple of minutes. But I'm doing really good. How are you, Cy?
It's been a whirlwind of the past couple weeks. That's the best way we're gonna put it. But we're doing good. For those who haven't heard, I will be representing TDT Media at the NFL Combine in like 2 days, and it happened very spur of the moment out of the blue. But I'm very grateful for being given this opportunity. Very grateful to get to represent the brand, even if it's just me. But like, come on now, I'll have some fun. I get to interview people, and like that's like my strong suit. If y'all, for those who haven't seen my Senior Bowl interviews, I'm kind of a natural. I just like to talk about random things, and I get the opportunity to do that again this week. I've never been to the combine before, so I get to actually watch these guys perform, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great. College sucks, but I think I had spring break in like 2 weeks. I got my new housing confirmed for a couple months down the line, which is nice to see. And we're here. We got baseball to talk about, and I hate the first thing I have to talk about, but Jackson, just take it away.
Yeah, there's something I have to play first before I even get into my victory lap, and it just goes something a little bit like this. The main man, Mr. Cody Bellinger, is back in a Chicago Cubs uniform, as he always should have been. 3 years, $80 million. Basically, it's a 1 year, $30 million deal because he has opt outs after the first and second year. Jed Hoyer, you absolute dog. Absolute dog. Everyone's saying, oh, you're going to have to pay Bellinger $200 million. You're going to have to pay him over $200 million. What are y'all doing? Jed Hoyer's sleepy Jed out here in the Twitter streets, but nah. As I hoped, Jed is awoke. He is awoken. He's pulled off not only getting Cody Bellinger back, which if he is basically post injury of this year good, it's gonna look like a steal. And he got him for the contract he wanted. It truly is Jed's league right now, and this puts the Cubs lineup both defensively and offensively in such a better spot. There's a whole bunch of different lineup configurations where you can play Michael Busch and Christopher Morel at the corners with Bellinger in center. You can put Bellinger at first, Morel at third, Busch is your DH, P-Crow Armstrong in center field. You get, let's see, how many Gold Glovers is that? That's Dansby, that's Nico, that's Cody, potentially P-Crow Armstrong. Maybe not this year, but if you
Ian Happ, I think, was
Ian
once
Happ
upon a
is a
time
Gold
one.
Glover. Say Suzuki is he's okay. Yan Gomes is okay.
Yan Gomes is old. That's why Yan Gomes is old. Come on now.
Yeah, and who knows? We still have some money to throw around. Added Matt Chapman. Basically, you could have an entire infield of Gold Glovers Like
you're done. You've made 3 other additions
we're
outside of
not
Cody
done.
Bellinger. You're done. You're done.
No, we're
You're
not
done.
done. We have room under the luxury tax. And who knows? Maybe we'll go over the luxury tax because the NL Central is mid. It is so mid right now that
right.
it is there for the taking. It is there for the taking.
Yeah. And you know who's taking it?
So,
Not your team. Your team's not taking it. Why are we doing this? Come on.
Hey, if
Sonny
someone
Gray is gonna own your franchise this year. Let's talk about
oh
it.
my god, 30
Let's talk about it. Wow, I'm so afraid
35,000-year-old
of Cody
Sonny Gray
Bellinger,
who's
man.
past his prime is
He's
gonna
not even
own the
past his prime.
franchise.
I'm
What?
sorry.
He's gonna
Who
own us for
finished
one
second?
game?
Who finished second in the Cy Young last year? Sonny Gray in a
Yeah,
very good
that's an
AL.
outlier year.
It's an outlier year. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's an outlier.
Okay. But you know what's not an outlier year?
What's that?
Jorge Soler going to San Francisco is not an outlier year.
No.
He got
Oh
paid.
my god.
We're not arguing about this right now.
Oh my.
Jorge Soler though.
That's crazy.
No longer Marlins. No longer with the poverty Marlins. If we're gonna talk about poverty teams, let's talk about the Miami Marlins because they are a poverty team because they're too afraid to pay anybody. They paid Oscar Garcia and look where that contract went.
Yeah,
But
I mean they did
Jorge
pay
Soler,
somebody else, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, boo-hoo. Jorge Soler though, he makes the Giants ever so more mediocre. Like, oh my goodness, he's a power bat. That's great. That's good. The Giants need that. But the Giants are gonna probably finish third in the NL West and not make the playoffs. So, like, does it really help them?
Yeah, and
You tell me.
He's basically the right-handed Jock Peterson. It's essentially what I can equate it to for Yeah, like he's got pop, but he's not that star level player. You know, like he's a good hitter. Don't get me wrong. 36 home runs, 250 batting average for a guy who hits for power, but a 1.8 WAR and only had 75 RBIs for 36 home runs. Now that could be an issue of you could say, oh, the Marlins guys don't really get on base. This man had Luis Ariz and Jazz Chisholm on his team, guys who get on base quite a bit. At least Luis
Ariz, yes, but like power threat wise, Jorge Soler had no protection. Which I mean, he has looking at the lineup in like San Francisco. He's got Jung Ho Lee now. He's got JD Davis, I guess, Wilmer Flores. Like he's got a couple guys around him. Mike Conforto, like he's that power presence with a lot of guys who can get on base because you know how the Giants are. The Giants love, and I mean they love their matchups. So Jorge Soler just adds that when they need to go a righty heavy lineup against lefty, he's perfect. He can even hit lefties if need be. Less protection if Jorge Soler were to hit a lefty, but like it's a signing. It's a signing that the Giants needed to do.
Yeah.
But more importantly, it's a sign that the Red Sox should have done. But the Red Sox didn't do that, but oh well, we're surprised. No.
Oh, who was surprised that the Red Sox are poverty? Who is surprised by that? Nobody. But here is the projected lineup. This is from Roto Champ. They have Jung-Hoo Lee leading off, Tyro Estrada, Lamont Wade, Soler's the DH, Conforto, Wilmer Flores, Yastrzemski, Bailey, and Marco Luciano.
That's not even that bad.
So it's an interesting, and then
it's interesting.
Jordan Hicks is their third starter.
They're paying him starting pitching money just for his arm to fall off. I love it. Love it. Love you, Jordan, but like the money wasn't worth it. That's gonna go. It's gonna go so bad so quick.
I know, but I think they needed an infusion of pop, especially with losing Jock Peterson to the Diamondbacks. It was a necessary thing for them. But we'll move on since we brought up Diamondbacks. We'll actually switch over to your other favorite team that's not the Cardinals, and that's the Baltimore Orioles.
This makes me so sad.
Thankfully, they got Corbin Burns, but Kyle Bradish will not be there at the start of the season. He injured his UCL. So luckily, as far as I know, it's nothing Tommy John requirements or a severe UCL injury, but it will take him some time off the field, and he won't be there for their opening series. I don't remember who they play in their opening series.
I can't tell you, but this hurts because Bradish is supposed to be the 2 in this Orioles lineup, which now, and with also the rumors of John Means being behind this throwing program. Yes, they got Corbin Burns, they have Grayson Rodriguez, they got Dean Kramer, but outside of those 3, the other 2 people who still slid into rotation was Bradish and even John Means, and they're both. Bradish is hurt. Means is still recovering. I can't tell you the other depth they have. Because like last year they had like a Kyle Gibson, but Kyle Gibson the Cardinals now. It's
they opened the year against the Angels at home, so they should be okay.
They should be fine,
but
it'll be interesting. The spring has to play out for the Orioles to figure out who's going to fill in these spots, and then like if Means can catch up in his throwing program, or just there's time will tell. Time will tell. The injury sucks, but they're still going to be fine. They still got Grayson. They got Corbin Burns. Dean Kramer's not terrible. Like they'll be okay. They'll be okay.
They'll be fine, especially if you take a look at the rest of their opening schedule. They have a 3-game home set against the Royals, who will be better, but I don't know how much of a threat they're going to be yet. But then they get Pittsburgh, Boston, and Milwaukee in the first 2 weeks.
They can get away with it. They'll drop a few of those games, so they can get away with it.
Yeah, and then. They don't play anybody good until the end of April. And when they play the Yankees.
Cakewalk.
Because they have the Twins, which, okay. But then they have the Royals, the Angels again, and then the A's. Oh my God.
So maybe, so we'll look at it. We'll look at this with like a grain of salt.
And by then,
having these injuries now may help them out because these are winnable games even without these guys. When the schedule gets hard, their guys will be healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly how long he's going to be out, but my guess would be he's probably back by the end of April, if not the beginning of May.
I think he's out. He'll probably be out a month at least. But hey, man, they'll be all right.
Yeah, and even then, they play the Reds, and then they play the Nationals to start off May. So they'll be okay. They'll be okay. Let's see.
You know what else is okay?
What else?
He's gone.
Yeah.
The Emperor gets thrown down the reactor shaft, and for those who don't know who we're talking about, we're talking about old Rob Manfred. He's come out. He said once his contract's up after 2029, he's done. He's out of here, and you love to see it. Like Rob, you've done your time. You've done your fair share. You've had your good moments, but you had your bad moments. But man, it's time for a change. So out of here. And as I said in our group chat, make me the next commissioner. let Sanger cook, because I'm telling you, it'd be a good idea. It'd be a great idea. I would put all my biases aside and all my hatred aside. I would be a fair commissioner. Because if I wasn't fair, then I'd be corrupt. And if I was corrupt, then I'd lose my job. And can I do that? No.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Some people who are corrupt still have their jobs, so I think he might be able to get away with it. But
just like John Fisher. John Fisher. But that's okay. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. But I would love. I can't even tell you who's going to be the next commissioner because they still got 5 years. Rob Manfred's kind of kind of delusional, and he might just decide, I want 5 more. I want 10 more. So once we get to 2029, we'll start talking about this more. Because right now, anything can happen.
Yeah,
He's come out and said it, but he could easily just withdraw his statement.
Yeah, and it felt like Manfred was kind of like the easy, like the next coming, like that heir apparent.
Mm-hmm.
It was very clear after Bud Selig retired. And it was kind of the same thing in the NBA when David Stern retired. You could clearly see that they were grooming Adam Silver to be the next commissioner. So,
correct.
Yeah, I agree. There's not much else we can really say about it just because we don't know what exactly is going to happen here. But
give us a couple years. Let us see who Manfred's liking, and then we'll go back onto this. This is a conversation for another day.
And who knows where we'll be in 5 years? Maybe we'll get in the good graces of Rob Manfred, and maybe we'll co-commission. We'll co-commission. We're throwing in our bid right now.
Let me knock. Let me in. Come on now.
Immediately institute getting rid of this actually comes with a great
expansion teams are having it, baby. I'm making 4 expansion teams right away.
Well, not even that. Like, what is the first thing you would do if you were commissioner of baseball? Like, what's the first thing?
4 expansion teams. 4 expansion teams. I'm so dead set on it too. Salt Lake City's getting a team. Nashville's getting a team. Honestly, Orlando's probably going to get a team, and then Montreal's getting their team back.
Yep. So you said
that Orlando one's a little iffy. I could find something better, but Salt Lake City for sure, Nashville for sure, Montreal for sure. Got 4 teams in the air.
I was gonna say I would switch Orlando with Vegas so we can keep the A's in Oakland.
I like that.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, look, there we go. Now we know.
But
now we know what I'm gonna do.
For me, it would be to get rid of the ridiculous blackouts that exist.
That's number 2 on the list. I just want expansion teams.
Yeah,
I like expansion teams.
The fact
2 of them
that
will go in the AL, 2 of them go in the NL. Like works out.
The fact that like some people in like Iowa or like southern Wisconsin or eastern or western Indiana can't watch the Cubs because of the stupid blackout rules is some of the dumbest shit I have ever seen.
I agree.
So hold on, I'm gonna try and try and get just the reactor part, but I don't know how to skip through the videos on here. So
that's okay. We don't. It's not important. And you know what's also not important, even though I guess it is important. We're not getting the Rays out of Tampa. We'll give them a new stadium. A Rays stay in Tampa, and Jack, you can own the Red Sox. If John Henry is going out, you're going in. That's the only.
Yeah.
Unless you can give me a good rec, then I got you. But I'm a very non-biased commissioner.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll start the GoFundMe for $2.4 billion because that's how much the Mets were when Steve Cohen bought them. So I'm assuming it's only even higher, especially for a team like the Red Sox. So
yeah. But now we got to talk about the Phillies. Whit Merrifield's heading to the city of brotherly love to be a super utility man. And you know what? It's honestly a good signing. When you really look at it and really look at this Phillies team, the only thing they could use is another middle infielder to go play third base, second base, corner outfield spots because they got Sosa. They got Sosa go.
Mm-hmm.
But they need another infielder, in particular someone that's more utility. And with Merrifield, it checks off all the boxes they need to be checked off. It's only a 1-year deal. And it's just matchup. It's going to be a matchup nightmare when you have to face the Phillies. Like, they can do whatever they want. They got Bryce Harper at first base, for goodness sakes. Like, they can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, and there are days where it's still going to be weird because I don't know what they're still going to do between Castellanos, Schwarber, and if they want to play Merrifield, because if you want to rest one of those two, like Schwarber or Castellano, I mean, I guess if you want to rest Schwarber, you could play Merrifield and right and have Castellanos DH, or
But
vice versa.
most likely it's so they got Brendan Martian left, Johan Rojas in center, Castellanos in right, Schwarber DHing.
Yep. I'm not saying
So
Merrifield will not start for this team anywhere,
like not.
but
When he needs to like if Alec Boehm needs an off day, he'll go play third. If Stotty needs an off day, he'll go play second. If one of those corner spots needs an off day, he'll go play corner spots. I don't know who their backup first baseman is, but Bryce Harper's probably gonna play 150 games. So like, I mean, Whit Merrifield can if Whit Merrifield wanted to mess around and do it, he could go play first base. Like,
oh yeah, I'm sure that could be not an easy thing, but I think it could be something he could do.
Whit Merrifield could do anything in the world.
They have Jake Cave as the backup
Jake
baseman.
Jake Cave.
Did he play for the Twins? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
You are in fact remembering correctly. That's where he's known for.
I remember having him on like one of my MLB The Show like franchises. He was just a good lefty bat. So shout out to Jake Cave.
Shout out Jake Cave, man. Also, on the topic of left-handed hitting first baseman, shout out Danny Burgers. Danny Burgers, man, north of the border. He's with Toronto. He's taking over for Brandon Belt. It's a non-roster invite minor league deal, but I'm like, come on, it's Danny Burgers. He's gonna be on that roster. Him and Vladdy, that aura. Come on now, you're not beating that.
Yeah,
big boys, and him and Alec Noah. Even though Alec Noah didn't slow him down, Alec Noah's still a big boy. They got all the big boys in Toronto, which. Yeah, that's good. It's good for Danny. He's out of toxic New York. Can say though, I've seen the man, myth, legend play live. He's a king. He's my god. All hail Danny Burgers. Go eat all the poutine in the world, my king.
Oh, I've never had poutine, but I just imagine. But like, just imagining that.
Imagine he gets a win. Post-game poutine.
Ooh. If he gets a game-winning home, like if he wins if he's on the roster in like the playoffs and he gets like a walk-off home run to like beat the Yankees or something, he should get like free poutine for a year in Toronto. Like,
I love it. And be marketing managers too.
Yeah. So if wondering for those wondering,
or Roger Center can make a burger. Like they can make their Danny Burger, like advertising. They got the poutine on the burger. They got the patty. They got the fixins. They got the sesame seed bun. Like, come on, there's so much potential here.
Yeah, and
they can do so much if he just has to make the roster.
Yep,
just has to make the roster.
Yeah, and for those curious, the combined weight, and I'm assuming this is with Alek Manoah losing 35 pounds, so down to 250 from 285. The combined weight of Vlad, Daniel, and Manoah is 765 pounds. So nearly half a ton.
Big men.
Between three people. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Shout out to the big boys.
Shout out to the big boys. The big boys deserve some love too.
What's that song? Like I need a big boy. I need a big boy. I don't remember who sings that.
It's Megan Thee Stallion, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Don't quote. I think so. It's her, Summer Walker. It's one of the two. Doesn't matter. It's not important. But hey, love for the big boys. And love for Liam Hendricks. Because Liam Hendricks switched out his socks.
Yes.
But you just love to see it.
Red Sox. So
you love to see it.
Yeah.
This does show to me the Red Sox can make a move. It's not the flashiest, prettiest move. Liam Hendricks is coming off freaking cancer. But like, isn't he? No, wait, not cancer. Yes, cancer. Wasn't he also coming off Tommy John or like a major elbow injury?
Well, he's coming off from cancer.
Okay, I was right. But
yeah, so
no, it's
I think that's a little bit more serious.
It is a little bit. It's like a lot worse, actually. Okay, I thought he was coming off two things. My bad. I'm thinking of something completely different. But you love to see it. This means they trade Kenley Jansen. That's all I really care about. Kenley Jansen needs to be out of Boston. He's not that good, and he frees up like $9 million in cap space. And the Red Sox still need another starting pitcher, and Jordan Montgomery's still not signed. So like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
And you were right. Liam Hendricks also did get Tommy John after
Bang.
he was treated for cancer. So yes, he is coming back from two things. But yeah, so shout out to him. I don't think he's going to pitch this year because he got the surgery in basically like August or September. So yeah, I would not. So again, good for a 2-year deal for him to get.
Great
so
for a 2-year deal.
Yeah, so he'll be able to
pitch. He just gets to mingle. He gets to recover and mingle this year and like set himself as like in what's the word I want to use? The vibe of Boston. He's going to cement himself in Boston this year. Then he'll come back next year and actually play.
Yeah.
The bonds go up this year and the performance goes up next year. That's what we're trying to say.
Yep. And speaking of a guy who won't pitch this year but will be in 2025, that's Brandon Woodruff. He and the Brewers came to a 2-year agreement. This is a major get for the Brewers, despite obviously, like we said, he's not going to pitch this year, or if he does pitch, it'll be late in the season. And depending on where the Brewers are, they may not even pitch him because they're going to be mid. But yeah, I think this is important for them to keep him around. Obviously, they traded Corbin Burns. There's been rumors floating there where they were going to trade Willy Adames, but he's still here. So
rumors that Devin Williams was going to go, and he's still here.
So the Brewers are going to still try and be competitive for whatever reason, just to get another wild card banner up at American Family Field. And yes, I'm calling it that just to spite them. But yeah, it's frustrating. I would have liked to see him go somewhere else, but
I wanted him to go to not Seattle. Why Seattle first place? Minnesota. That's where I want him to go. Minnesota needs pitching. He come back and recovers this year, comes back next year. Him and Pablo and a Joe Ryan as a 3. And Bailey Ober. Come on, there was something here.
Nope. He had to go back to the Brewers. Just had to. And then I was gonna say the NL Central has been very, very active in the fact that the Pirates, they're actually keeping somebody around for once. As I think I misspelled that, but they signed Mitch Keller.
That's right.
To a 5-year deal or 5-year extension with the Pirates. Great to see for him. Obviously had a really, really good season this year. Let me pull up his stats really quick while you just kind of give your thoughts on Mitch Keller actually staying with the Pirates.
You see, I like Mitch Keller. I'm not going to say I'm a Mitch Keller truther by any means, but I like the kid. The kid's been through a lot of adversity in his time with the Pirates. He did suck for a while, but the past couple years, last year in particular, he was actually good. He had an all-star nod, I'm pretty sure. Opening day start. He's their opening day starter for the 2nd year in a row. It's clear that Pittsburgh loves him. It's the management staff, the players, the team. They really like Mitch. Is he an ace caliber pitcher? No. He's a bona fide 3. I give him the benefit of the doubt. If Mitch Keller was my 2, and I had a really good 1, I wouldn't be mad. But it's for Pittsburgh, though, for a team that's still rebuilding, to lock down their guy for 5 years, because within the next 5 years they're going to be good, and Mitch Keller is only improving, it's a good signing.
Yeah.
It's a good signing, and I like it. However, the Cardinals, when we go against them, he's like batting practice to us. So like I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. It's true though. If you look, you can look at the numbers. It's common St. Louis W.
Oh my god. You mean rare? At least from last year, it seems pretty rare.
Okay. Shut up. That's why something fell.
Yeah, my phone freaking fell. Good. But yeah, I mean, taking a look at his stats last year, 13-9 record, 4.21 ERA, so a little high, but again, rebuilding Pirates team as the number one guy with not a lot of support from the rest of the rotation or pitching staff. But he did pitch almost 200 innings, 210 strikeouts, a 1.2 whip. I was trying to look up. Let's see. It looks like he only pitched 2 games against the Cardinals this year, and he went 1-1. So I don't know about batting practice.
Whatever.
But yeah, just take a look at
Jordan Walker is going to own him this year. I don't care.
Yeah, it wasn't his lowest ERA season, but this year, or actually, it wasn't, but it was his most innings pitched. He pitched almost 50 more innings than he did in 2022. Had a winning record for the first time in his career.
Miracles.
Only gave up 55 walks in 200 innings. Yes, please. Did give up 25 home runs. A little concerning with that, but he also did have 9.7.
Also PNC Park.
Yep, that has something to do with it. But overall, I think this is good. First time All-Star.
Not bad at all.
I think
not bad at all.
I would like from a pure like team building perspective, I wish the Pirates could have like added like another like decent starter. Like if they could have added a Kyle Gibson or something, just as like another that type of pitcher like that, or
they had a Martin Perez. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, are we really hyping up Martin Perez?
They had it all Martin.
Oh my
World Series winner.
Oh my god, get out of here, bro! Get out of here.
The Pirates are gonna have 75 wins. It's gonna be A-okay. 74. I'm not getting to the 75th. 74 wins. and one walk-off win against the Cubs.
Red Sox icon.
Correct. If you know, you know.
Oh my god. Anyway, moving on. A former batting title champion is moving from the American League to the National League, from the North to the South, and that's Tim Anderson. He's joining the Fish, the Marlins, down in Miami for 1 year at $5 million. Just to say, what a fall from grace for Tim Anderson. From the face of the White Sox, the face of I would say the face of African-American players in baseball as a whole, from a guy who probably could have gotten a multi-year, multi-million-dollar deal to now not even being recouped or re-signed by the White Sox, a team that's going to be one of the worst in baseball.
Paul Young was literally his replacement. Let's talk about it.
That speaks volumes. If you're replacing Tim Anderson with Paul DeJong in 2023,
2024, you're stuck in last year.
Same diff.
Yeah.
Is sad because I really like Tim Anderson. Like and it was weird. There was a debate between him and Javier Baez of who the better shortstop was in Chicago.
They both suck.
And both of them stink, and neither of them are with the Cubs or White Sox anymore.
Good. I have to watch my mouth when it comes to Tim Anderson, because the last time we talked about Tim Anderson, I went 5 minutes just ravaging him. So I need to watch what I say. Okay, we're going to make this one super quick. For the Marlins' sake, they're taking a flyer, and for the Marlins, that's really all you can do, is take a flyer, hope for the best. If it doesn't work, you train him mid-season, or you let go of him. For Tim Anderson's sake, hit more than one home run, please, and don't get your ass handed to you by another player this year. That should be his only 2 goals. I don't care about anything else. He needs to hit more than one bomb. He needs to not get dropped. Very easy thing to say.
Yeah, and here is the projected lineup for the Marlins this year. They have Luis Arias, Tim Anderson, Josh Bell, Jake Berger, Jazz Chisholm, Brylan De La Cruz, Jesus Sanchez, Avisail Garcia DHing, and Nick Fortes behind the dish.
A lot of mid.
That lineup's outfield, mid. 6 through 9 in that lineup is horrendous. Oh my god. Why they didn't re-sign Jorge Soler, I do not understand.
Beats me.
As our guy MJ would say, beats my cheeks.
Yes, beats my cheeks indeed. But you know what doesn't beat my cheeks?
What's that?
Having some good home insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call our Jeff or Tepney and you make sure content jeffmybebig.com, make sure to send them that Beer versus Ivy sent you, and that Connor is better at him at Madden.
Good take.
So, good take. We really didn't mention this the last time we were on, but since it's finally here. Spring training.
Woo!
Finally here. Baseball is actually being played. We are no longer having to strictly.
There's baseball being played right now.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Just kind of like give first impressions. I don't know how much you've been able to catch at the Cardinals. I've caught a few things with the Cubs, and then just kind of your overall thoughts about some of the other teams and what they've been able to do.
I got some stuff. All right. I'm going to say three things. We're just going to keep it to three. I could go on a long time about this. One, Mason Wynn's back. He had started spring with some sort of like back spasm, back tightness. He played his first game yesterday against the Astros, went 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, and showed off his 80 grade arm, which he's the only player ever to score an 80 grade arm. Dog. That's my future shortstop. We have not had a consistent shortstop since Ozzie Smith. So the future is high for the kid. Number 47 ranked prospect in the top 100. Things you love to see. Because he just has to hit league average. His defense and his glove is going to be elite. If you just hit league average, that's all we need. We got bats around him. He does not need to overperform. Teen Kent's pitched his first time in spring. I think it was also yesterday. Went a couple innings, few Ks, and he was filthy. He was getting some really nasty swing and misses. Just his command, he wasn't struggling with his command, which is one of the things that Tink struggles with. And he's someone who's going to be a future at least 3 in our rotation, if not higher. And he's my favorite prospect in the system. He's my favorite prospect in the system. He's my guy. I've been a fan of Teen Kent's ever since he came to Peoria. Love him so much. The sky's the limit for him. Good guy, good energy, good vibe about him. And I want him to be good. I want to be good so bad. And then the last thing, which this is something that I mentioned to you early in the show. The Cardinals are lacking at spring training. The Cardinals are lacking at shortstop depth. Kind of badly. We're starting Jeremy Rivas and some guy who I've never heard of at shortstop right now, outside of Mason Wynn in spring training. So a report came out that the Cardinals are interested in former Gold Glove shortstop Brendan Crawford. Just another old guy to add to our team.
Yes. The first thing I think of when I think of the St. Louis Cardinals, baseball's retirement home.
Yep. And he blew last year. He actually Brandon Crawford sucked last year too, and that's why I don't really like it. I mean, he's a defensive guru, which could help out Mason Wynn. We need it. We need the depth because Tommy Edmonds still has returned from surgery, and even then, when Tommy Edmonds returns, he's our starting center fielder this year because we're not starting Dylan Carlson because we don't believe in him no more. Shocker. The Dylan Carlson jersey is not aging well. But that's okay. If we sign Brandon Crawford, which it's looking like it's probably going to happen, will I be happy about it? Not particular. Would it be for the best interest of us? Yeah, it would. We need him. For real. We need a shortstop. You may take it over. Not talking about the Cup. That's all I had.
I was just gonna jokingly say, can we interest you in a slightly used Nick Madrigal for Nolan Arenado?
Don't say that Nick Madrigal is slightly used and then say, "Oh, I want Arenado." No. Isn't Matt Chapman supposed to be a Cub by now? Why is he not a Cub by now?
I don't know. Scott Boras.
Let's talk about that. Why has it been reported ever since the beginning of the offseason that Matt Chapman has interest in the Cubs and he's still not signed by the Cubs? He's not even signed. Period. Come on.
You know the vibe. Scott Boras is being a little bitch.
You didn't say. Oh, okay. Well,
it took everything in his power to let Cody Bellinger sign with the Cubs for that.
It took everything in my power not to care. I don't. But let's talk about the Cubs. Give me your 3 things about the Cubs because now I want to be enlightened.
Okay.
I want to be enlightened.
The biggest thing I'm noticing is that, granted, most of what I've seen has just been a few highlights here and there, so I will throw that disclaimer out there. But Christopher Morel has looked really, really good, both at the plate and made a exceptional diving catch yesterday against the Padres. Hit the first
play, and that was the next big thing.
Oh my God! I let you go your whole thing, and I didn't say anything until the end.
I'll mute myself. Hold on.
You don't have to mute yourself. Just let me talk. Let me cook. So he hit the first home run for Cubs during spring training, an absolute nuke. Not surprised. But play by play, I'm not sure exactly how he's doing at third base. Obviously, like I said, made the nice diving catch the other day. So I think he at least right now, I'm cautiously optimistic about Christopher Morel being the full-time third baseman. Personally, I'm just happy we have a manager who believes in him and actually will play him because he's actually for the most part, he's a good hitter. Strikeouts are still a bit of a problem. He's got to work on that, but he's one of the Cubs' best hitters. And whether you want to say that's a good thing or a bad thing, you got at least he's a top 5 hitter on the Cubs. You got Bellinger, Happ, Swanson, Nico. Okay, maybe he's 6 if you want to throw in Seiya Suzuki ahead of him as well. Especially what Seiya did in the second half of the season. So he's top 6 Cubs hitter on this team. So I think it's nice to see that improvement. And then I was just taking a look at some of the stats. It's nice to see Caleb Killian and Ben Brown getting some run, especially Ben Brown, because he was there's trending that he was going to get a call up with the major league squad at some point, but didn't because he got roughed up in AAA. I think in 13 or 22 appearances, he had an ERA of like 5.85, and in his last 13, it was like 7.85. So he was not very good in AAA last year. So to see him get some confidence and get some run against some other major league or at least AAA talent, I think will be good for him. He's gone 2 innings, hasn't given up, Ben Brown is allowed 2 hits, but he has 1 walk and a strikeout. Caleb Killian's gone 2 innings with 2 strikeouts. So it's nice to see because the Cubs, well, yes, it's good they got Shota Imanaga. The rotation, I feel could still use another arm. I like Jordan Wicks. I like his potential, but Kyle Hendricks and Jamison Tyone, I'm still a little bit iffy on. Who do they have? Yeah, they have their rotation as Steele, Tyone, Imanaga, Hendricks, and Wicks. Like, I don't know how I feel about that heading into the year. But hopefully, who knows? Maybe Wicks will take a big step up. Maybe some of the other pitching prospects will start to get their stuff together and maybe replace some of these guys. So who knows? But overall, I think things are trending at least a lot better, obviously, after signing Bellinger during spring trading. And hey, the last time the Cubs made a last-minute signing on February 24th for a center fielder who was very good, they won a World Series. So I'm just saying, sources are saying that it might happen again. It might happen again this year, simply for that fact. But in all honesty, I think it's interesting. I think, yeah, I'm a lot more excited for this year. But I also have some reservations about what this team is going to be, even in a very, very mid NL Central.
I won't hate. I'm just gonna nod my head.
You already did your hating in the first part of what I was saying.
There's a reason why I muted myself, because I was going to say something I wasn't supposed to say.
Oh my god!
Let me talk positive about the Cubs for just 1 minute.
Okay, I'm not going to stop you.
I know you're not. I don't like Christopher Morel, but if he's going to be the everyday third baseman, he has to get his reps now, which he's getting. Even if he's just slightly below average, if he's hitting 25 home runs while being 24, 25, you have to take that. The defense can come around, and if it really doesn't come around, you can put Michael Busch there. You can have Morel play first. You got PCA and Bellinger opportunity in the outfield. You still got Mike Tauchman. Like, you got options. You got players. You still got Nicky Madrigal who can go play third. Like, you don't need the power. You can find Craig Counsell's a good manager. Point blank, period. If Morel is going to be that much of a butcher, he can find a way to get Morel into the lineup. He'll find a way to get he'll find a way to get David Peralta into the lineup, because y'all got David Peralta now. You just signed Garrett Cooper to Dom Smith, Garrett Cooper. You got a lot of options and a lot of bats. If you guys pick up one more pitcher, which is unlikely because you got all these young guys, at some point you're gonna have to let them get major league experience. They're not gonna be good otherwise. You can only be so good in AAA because Jordan Wicks, Javier Assad, Ben Brown, they could all be 4A pitchers. They could be too good for AAA, but not good enough for MLB. Hell, I had to watch that all last season with St. Louis pitching. Jake Woodford, Dakota Hudson, Andrew Suarez. I had to watch so many 4A pitchers last year. I know what they look like, but you have to let these guys get run, which is why I hate to say it to you, the Cubs aren't going to sign another starting pitcher. They're going to let it ride out with Wicks. They're going to let it ride out with Javier Assad. If Caleb Killian or Ben Brown or whoever else is in that AAA rotation, if they start to have a good spring, if they have a good first month of the year in AAA, and let's say Kyle Hendricks decides his arm is going to fall off, let's say Tyone is getting paid all this money to poop the bed, like, you got internal options, which not a lot of teams can say. Yes, they're young. Yes, they're raw. Yes, they're unproven. But if I were a Cubs fan, seeing that, I would be okay.
Yeah,
you have 4 bona fide pitchers who are either a veteran or who have a lot of major league experience. Yes, Tyone wasn't good last year. Okay, Tyone's been good. Tyone's getting paid that money to be good. He's not going to reciprocate it 2 years in a row. You signed Shota Imanaga all this money because you know he's going to be good, because Shota wants to be a Cub, because he's had success in NPB. You don't just pitch a sub-3 ERA, just pitch a sub-3 ERA. There's got to be skill involved. And the Cubs are going to be fine.
Yeah,
the pitching is going to be fine.
My concern was more with Killian and Brown because we saw what Jordan Wicks can do at a major league level. We saw what Javier Assad did
there's a reason
year.
why Wicks is the 5. And Javier Assad's right now the long reliever. There's reasons why they're already in the rotation.
Yeah, so things are good. Things are good.
I know things
They could be worse. We could be the Oakland A's. We're basically entire rosters for A.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what's not 4A?
What's not 4A?
Our brand new tier list that we're going to do.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we over here at Viewers Ivy like to do some tier list. And today, it's left field time, baby.
And then
you gotta tweak up some of the names.
Hell
tier.
Below average, average, good, all-star, superstar. I mean, is there a tier I'm missing?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Yeah, superstar, all-star, good, average, below average, hell. Okay.
Yes. Let's start ourselves out.
Andrew Benintendi.
Benny Biceps.
He was so I think specifically if you looked at his WAR, it was below average.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's see.
Let's look though, because I'm Mr. Andrew Benintendi.
He had a 0.2 WAR.
Yeah, you can go on below average.
Yeah, it says 0 to 2 is a reserve level player, and yet he's the highest paid Chicago White Sox free agent ever.
He sure is.
And he put up a 262 average, 5 home runs, and 45 RBIs in how many games? 151 games. And
so he can stay right there in below average. He can stay right there in below average. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
All right. I believe that's a Mr. Aaron Hicks.
I'm not sure if these pictures are updated, but that might be.
They are, because they have Tyler O'Neill's in a Red Sox hat and Verdugo's in a Yankees hat. So this is pretty updated.
Okay, so yeah.
So therefore, that's got to be Aaron Hicks, because that's the only left fielder that they have. Or because it's not going to be Joe Adell. They're not starting Joe Adell. So if that's Aaron Hicks, I think it is. I gotta say with confidence, average.
Yep.
He researched his career last year with the Orioles. 253 batting average, 106 OPS plus. 0.4 WAR, but you know what you're getting out of Aaron Hicks now. And the Angels are the Angels, and they couldn't really get anybody else, so they brought Aaron Hicks just to hope for just some sort of average consistency.
Oh my gosh. Yep. All right. Moving on next, we got Mark Canha of the Detroit Tigers.
Marky Mark.
Put him in good.
I also want to kind of put him in good. Yeah, we're gonna put him in good. 2.2 WAR, 262 batting average, 180 OPS plus. Good glove, consistent bat. He's gonna be in the middle of that order for the up and coming Tigers. Yeah, we will be putting Mr. Mark Canha on good.
Yep. Corbin Carroll.
Come on now. We don't gotta talk about him.
Nope.
Let the kids play.
Enough said.
Enough said. Let the kids play.
I believe
Evan Carter.
All-star. We need a larger sample size. He was fantastic in the last part of the season and in the World Series in the playoffs for the Rangers, but
Rangers would have won the World Series without him.
That's true. That is very true. I personally just need to see more out of it. I need to see him do it for a full season, because what he played a total 50 games between the regular season and playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So really, really
not
good.
Even
legendary stuff.
September call up.
Oh yeah. So he probably played 30 games.
He's still a rookie. He's still
Yeah.
rookie.
So very, very good,
right.
but not willing to put in superstar yet.
Chaz McCormick can go in good. I just looked at his numbers. It's like he's better than Mark Canha good.
Okay.
Like OPS, his OPS plus is 130. 3.6 WAR. 273 batting average, 22 home runs. 489 slug. Yeah.
A 130 OPS plus?
Yep. 3.6 WAR. You could argue put him an all-star, honestly.
Yeah.
It feels weird to put Chaz McCormick as an all-star, but you can.
Yeah,
you can
I
argue
think you
that.
can.
All right.
Oh God.
I believe that's Michael Conforto.
Is that Conforto?
We're gonna look it up just 1 second. Michael Conforto. Yep, that's Michael Conforto. Average.
Yep. I'll put him ahead of Hicks, but yeah,
99
average.
OPS plus. Okay bat, okay glove. Like very, very average.
All right.
That is Brian De La Cruz, I believe.
Average,
Yep,
or I'm thinking below average. Oh. I mean, the counting stats are good. 19 home runs, 257 batting average,
are good, but
78 RBIs.
But negative 0.3 WAR though. Back end average.
Yeah, that's where I have it right now.
Back end average. Oh, Joey Gallo. Oh, Joey, you stay in the hell tier, big boy. Stay in the hell tier.
He's got a shot to be decent with the
You're
Nationals.
With the Nationals. You're with
and
the
then
Nationals,
get traded to a contender. So I hope he has a resurgence. But yeah, he is not. What is it, like Twins? Like the first part of his Twins career, or
yeah, Rangers career.
Rangers. Yeah, he's not Rangers Joey Gallo anymore.
Okay. So we're going to do this thing where I want to argue to put in superstar, but he was injured last year. So because Lars was injured last year, he's an all-star.
All right.
The numbers are good. But he's a top 5 left fielder in the game. Because when you look at this left fielder list, it's not the strongest.
Yeah. 3.3 WAR, 14 home runs, 46 RBIs, 367 on base, 418 slugging.
And this is with like 3 different injuries, including a nut injury.
Yeah, let's see. How many games did he play? Played 117 games. So, yeah, if he can play like 130, 140 games this year,
those can be superstar numbers. But because of the injuries, I cannot put him in superstar. However, we can put him in front of both. He can be top 9 all-star. Just right along with Mr. Ian Happ.
Yep. Yeah, there we go. I'm not trying to be that guy, but Ian Happ's played full seasons.
Yes, you can. Happ has more time, therefore you can put him in front of her. Therefore, also you should put both. Yes, Evan Carter's good, but you should put both Ian Happ and Lars Newbar in front of Evan Carter. I'm sorry to be that guy, but
yeah,
Evan Carter is great. Evan Carter will be in superstar tier this time next year, but we have not seen enough from him.
Yeah, okay. I would agree. And I mean, Ian Happ, like, I believe, like, in the early part of his career, he was like dogged as like being a really like bad defender, and now he's won back-to-back Gold Gloves. Like,
exactly, top end.
He had 2 plays last year against the Brewers where he basically saved the Cubs the game because he threw out the go-ahead run. I want to say like in the 8th inning, and then threw out either the tying run in like extras. Like, he's so good. Like, I did not see this.
Ian Happ can be up there.
Yeah, and he again 21 home runs, 248 average, 84 RBIs, a 112 OPS plus.
All right, we're gonna make this next one quick. Austin Hayes, good. He's very consistent. He's a very crucial part to why the Orioles have success. You know what you're gonna have. Good glove, solid bats, like 20 home runs. You know what you're getting out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Next, Brent Rooker, average.
Yep. I'm not going to put him in front of Conforto, but I think he's better than Hicks and De La Cruz. Left field for the Rockies?
That's Nolan Jones. And looking at Nolan Jones' numbers, 4.3 WAR, 20 home runs, 297 batting average, 62 RBIs, 20 stolen bags, 542 slugging, 931 OPS with an OPS plus of 138.
Are we thinking superstar already for Nolan Jones?
Oh, absolutely not. I cannot put him in superstar. Yeah, I need to see more out of him. This is his first year being good. You can put him in all-star. You can put him right in front of Evan Carter.
Yeah, there we go.
Like
he's Evan Carter with more XP.
In a way, yes. Like he's good. He's very good. And the fact that the Cleveland Guardians had him and gave him up for cash considerations.
Yeah.
Forever's gonna haunt, and it forever haunts my dreams. Okay. Next. That's Jeff McNeil.
Is that Jeff? No, that's not Jeff McNeil.
That is
not Jeff McNeil.
That's Brandon Nimmo. You get Brandon Nimmo superstar or all-star?
I have to. I haven't looked at his numbers in a while. Give me one second.
We're gonna look at his numbers. This is why I'm looking at his numbers. Give me 1 second, Mr. Brandon Nimmo.
3.9 WAR, 274 average, 24 home run. He's an all-star. I don't think he's a superstar.
He's an all-star. There's a lot of all-star.
I think he's better than Ian Happ, not by much, but so top end of all-star.
Okay.
Jared
I want to
Kelenic.
say something now. The more I'm looking at these people on the all-star tier, I think Chas McCormick should be moved down to good.
Yeah.
Like top end good. There's way too many people in this all-star tier for me to like. Chas McCormick has good counting numbers, but I feel like it was an outlier year for him. I feel more comfortable having Chas and good than all-star.
And at least these guys kind of put up like they're bigger parts to their team.
Yes.
Like we said, Evan Carter, the Rangers would not have won the World Series without. Nolan Jones was the Colorado Rockies this year.
Lars Nootbaar was a
top 5 hitter on the Cardinals, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
And then Ian
Happ, you know what you're getting out of Ian Happ.
Top 4 hitter on the Cubs, and then Brandon Nimmo. Outside of Pete Alonso was probably the best Met this year. And then Kodai Senga, of course.
Frankie Lindor too, but
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about Lindor.
Frankie Lindor also exists.
Jared Kelenic.
Average. Show me a full year before I put you any higher.
Let's see. I'm Kelenic. Why?
You got that.
Am I or Kelenic? That's why. Yeah. 2.0 WAR. Yeah, 11 home runs, 49 RBIs, 1.109 OPS plus. Dang, he was a draft pick by the Mets. He's from Waukesha, Wisconsin. What the heck?
Yeah.
So many things I didn't know. Anyway.
Average. Stephen Kwan, back end, good. The OPS plus is only 100.
Yeah, that's because he's an on-base machine. He's has no power. Brandon Marsh. You're either good or average. And which one? We're about to find out, Mr. I'm going to put him in the middle of good for now.
Yeah, that feels safe.
Come on.
Brandon Marsh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
WAR, 12 home runs, 60 RBIs, 127 OPS plus. Yeah, he was very, very good. I would even put him ahead of Austin Hayes. I think he's also got a better glove, if I remember correctly.
Yep, he does.
Shout out to the Angels giving up on someone else that was very good.
Hey, they got a Logan hopped out of it. It was a win-win trade.
Fair enough.
Okay, Miguel Garcia, average. Need to show me more. He's only 88 OPS plus. Make that quick. Tyler Broneal.
Did you say Tyler Bro-Neal?
Yeah, that's something he goes by. You should be in the hell tier. For everything that you've put me through, you should be in the hell tier. No, he's going in the hell tier. No, put him there.
I got a better idea.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, what the heck?
What is you doing? Thank you. Yeah, no, Tyler O'Neill can stay there. No, not even going to. No, we're not even going to look at your numbers either. You don't deserve my time. Thank you for what you've done, but goodbye, O'Neill. You're a Red Sox now for a reason. Thank you, Frank Robertson. Yep. Mm-hmm. Look at them. Look at them. Yeah, I don't even need to look at them. I already know what he's putting.
Brian De La Cruz had better numbers than him.
Yep.
What the heck?
We don't even need it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Brutal.
I knew it. I should have never traded for you in my Cubs franchise. There's a reason.
Yep.
Is that? Oh, it's who? I can't even see what hat that is. That? There's Verdugo. Who the heck is this?
I have a possible name. Let me look.
Okay.
Let me look. Is this what I think? Ha! I'm so good at this. That's Luke Raley.
Oh wow.
Back end good.
Okay.
126 OPS plus 824 OPS. 2.5 WAR. Back end good.
Randy Arozarena.
Superstar. Don't even need to argue about it.
Yeah. And I feel like there were people saying like he had a down, or did they people saying he had a down year? Am I going crazy?
I think you're going crazy.
Yeah, I'm going.
That is
okay. Yeah,
it
was the first time he was an All-Star after winning Rookie of the Year in 2021. Yeah, really, really good season. 23 home runs, 83 RBIs, 254 average, 120 OPS plus.
You were going crazy.
The glove could still use a little bit of work, but he's oh my god, he's already 28.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be 29 in 2 days.
Happy birthday, Randy Arozarena.
Wow, he seemed a lot younger. Oh my god.
Okay.
Anyways,
Spencer Steer, good. Back end, good.
Yep.
Teo gives me.
I want to put him ahead of Stephen Kwan in good, but behind Mark Canha.
26 home runs, 106 OPS plus, 741 OPS, 2.1 WAR.
Yeah, I just feel like
That's
he
fine.
really dropped off after he left Toronto. Because, I mean, his last year in Toronto, he 25 home runs, 77 RBIs, but 2021, 32 home runs, 116 RBIs, which at the full length of his career is looking like a major, major outlier. But yeah, I think that's a good spot for him.
Dalton Varsho can go an average.
Who did I say he was?
I don't know.
I said like the Blue Jays traded away Gabriel for like a left-handed IKF. That's what I said.
Dalton Varsho's average.
Yeah, I'll put him ahead of Brent Rooker, but yeah. Amazing glove. That's what's pretty much carrying him in average. He's okay as a hitter.
Yep.
Alex Verdugo.
Hell.
Well, put him ahead of Gallo, but
thank you.
Let's see.
Hell.
I just have to see. No, we cannot put him into hell tier. Come on.
Okay, fine. I just did
264 average, a 2.6 WAR, 13 home runs. He's an average. He's average.
Okay, fine.
Ahead of he's closer to the top end of average.
Sure, that's fine. Alex Kirilloff is that twin. He's in good. 117 OPS plus, good bat. He's in good. Taylor Ward had a low-key down year, but he's still probably good.
I would say average. He had a
I'd say
1.7 WAR.
105 OPS plus. I'd say average.
I'll put it behind Barshow. And then Yelich. All-star.
Good. Yeah, all-star. 124 OPS plus. 2.6 WAR.
As the best hitter on that Brewers team, which sadly isn't saying much. But yeah, 278 average, 19 bombs. Yeah, he's an all-star again, and I hate it.
And then Reynolds can only go in good because he really actually wasn't that good.
I'll put him right here.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. There's a whole lot of just all-star good and average left fielders. And there's below average hell and your hell tier.
Realistically, Tyler O'Neill can go in that average to good tier. Realistically,
no. After his last year, there's no chance. I would put him in below average, but we're keeping him in his own hell tier for the memes.
Good, as you should.
Let's see if it'll actually let me download it this time. Let's see. There we go. Okay.
Woohoo! We love that.
There's our tier list. The only other change I might have made was putting Brian De La Cruz in below average.
Go for it.
Well, yeah, just because his counting stats were good, but you can't have a negative WAR. Because average.
Michael Garcia is young. That's why he's an average. Aaron Hicks, you know what you're getting.
Solid.
Rooker, you know what you're getting. Taylor Ward, located down here. Taylor Ward has all-star potential, but because of last year, his down here, yes, injuries, average. Varsho can hit a little bit, but 88 OPS plus is eye-boggling. Jarred Kelenic, actually, don't punch a wall, please, and give me a full season. Verdugo should be in the hell tier, but he's average. Conforto, you know what you're gonna have him average, and then the good tier is the good tier. They're all the same player.
So what's this hate for Alex Verdugo? I don't understand.
I don't like Doogie. Don't like him.
Oh my god.
Don't like him.
What's up,
I don't know who you are.
I don't know either. What's going on? So, what was his name from Jimmy Neutron? Bulby?
Maybe, possibly. Okay.
I forgot.
That don't matter. That don't matter. You know what does matter?
What's that?
It's time for Mr. Craig Counsell himself to make his appearance with the best commercial ever. Well, that's all we got. I think that's all we got. I don't know.
Technically, there's one more thing that we forgot, and we have to end the show on a positive note, and we ended on a positive note by getting some good energy in this. And Sai, I know you absolutely love this energy.
It's W time, baby. All right. See, I wasn't feeling like this doing it today because just didn't really want to. But it's Monday. I probably need some old W energy in my system. And for those who don't know, W is formulated to give you focused energy with no jitters or crash. Formula contains vitamins, amino acids, not trafficked between the patented neuro factor. It contains no calories, no sugars, no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors. It's that good stuff. You know what you're getting at. You know what you're getting. It's better than Bangs and all those other energy drinks. And Well, for those who don't know, if you use our code TT Media, you get a nice clean 10% off. So thank you, Debbie, for supporting us. Love you. The best ever. And go send some W energy down to Miami so Tim Anderson can hit more than 1 home runs.
I don't know about that. The MLB may say it's a PED, and we don't want Timmy getting suspended this year. So be careful.
We do. No, we do.
Why do we want Tim Anderson
We do.
suspended?
We want Timmy to get suspended.
Oh my god.
Timmy can go learn how to fight when he's suspended. That's why.
Yeah. So.
On that note, I have nothing else to say.
All right. Thank you, everyone who watched. Really appreciate you. Thank you to Jack, Braden, and Nah for commenting.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm okay with people we don't know. We need to start expanding the audience a little bit. So
we do need.
So thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll actually be back next week. We'll get back on a regular schedule. Our lives are returning a little bit more to normal than what they have been since basically the start of 2024. But we'll be back.
Yeah, we've been a little all over the place, but it's crazy. We got lives, we got school and work and jobs, and we got stuff to do. So sometimes if you're missing for a week, just know we're doing important stuff. We're not just ducking the duck. But
exactly. So again, thank you to everyone who watched. We'll be back next week. See if maybe Matt Chapman, Jordan Montgomery, and Blake Snell will finally be on some MLB rosters. But until then, we'll see y'all next week.